Are you struggling with piano chords? Let me show you why they feel so hard and how to fix it fast. I'm Michael Sherman, and I help beginners learn chord-based piano so you can play and sing your favorite songs with confidence. Reason number one, memorizing instead of understanding. Now, what I mean by memorizing is you're simply only trying to remember where to put your hands and fingers without really understanding what it is that you're playing. Maybe you don't know the name of the chord, or you don't understand the progression, or even the key that you're in. And all of these little things, when you start to understand them, are going to make it easier for you to play, as well as your memory in the long run. So a simple way to get started is using a formula that will help you feel confident that you can name and figure out any major or minor chord that you need to play. And the formula is 4 plus 3 or 3 plus 4. And with the numbers, I'm referring to half steps. Half steps are the closest distance between any two notes on the piano, such as C to C sharp, white to black, or C sharp to D, black to white, or E to F, white to white. These are all half steps. So we just build our chords 4 plus 3 or 3 plus 4. So let's put it into practice. Let's say you need to figure out an A major chord. With your left hand, hold an A. Now you're going to count up 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have A and C sharp. You can hold those now both with your left hand. And now count up 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And E. So now A, C sharp, and E is E major. Or let's say you needed something that might feel a little more challenging, like D flat major. So start on D flat, hold it with your left hand, count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have an F plus 3. 1, 2, 3. D flat, F, A flat, D flat major. Alright, now let's say you need a couple minor chords. Now we just flip it around. So now it's 3 plus 4. So let's start with B minor. Hold the B. Now you count up 3. 1, 2, 3. You have a D plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp. B, D, F sharp is B minor. Or maybe you need F sharp minor. Start on F sharp. Count up 3. 1, 2, 3. You have an A. Count up 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, A, C sharp is F sharp minor. So this is a great little formula to have. It'll take a little practicing with for you to get used to it, but now this is a way for you to feel confident and say, I can figure out any major or minor chord that I need. And this is kind of the first step that will make you feel confident over the long run. Once we add it in with the other two that I'm going to show you, I think you're already going to feel chords are already becoming much easier. Reason 2, you can't spell your chords. Now this is a trap I find a lot of beginners fall into. They can't spell their chords. Now what I mean by spell chords is away from the instrument, in your head, like that, you need to just be able to spell your chords. C sharp major, C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, A flat minor, A flat, C flat, E flat, B major, B, D, F sharp, G minor, G, B flat, D. Like that. Just like if you're back in first grade in school and a teacher says, who in the class can spell mom, or run, or dog, right? You can spell it like that. You need to be able to spell your chords that easily. And you just want to have a simple practice plan that will help that to happen naturally as you're practicing. So maybe take two major chords, two minor chords at a time, or if there's a song you're working on, take 4 chords from the song, and what you're going to do is just ask Google how to spell it. That's the simplest way to do it. Type into Google, how do you spell an A major chord or a D minor chord? Whatever it is that you're looking for, have it give you the answer, and write it in your notebook, or if you prefer to use like a notebook app, that's really good too. And just write A major equals A C sharp E, D minor equals D F A. And for the chords that you're working on, write them down, and then a couple times throughout the day you're just going to refer back to the notebook, read it, say it to yourself. Sometimes it's good to actually say it out loud, right? D minor equals D F A. Hear yourself saying it. And then a couple times throughout the day I want you to just test yourself. Can you remember how do I spell D minor? And does it come to you just like that? Right? And you're just going to keep practicing this. And then the third step is when you do actually go to the instrument, I want you to practice it as you say it out loud. So D minor equals D F A. D F A. D minor. A major equals A C sharp E. A C sharp E. And that way you're guiding your hands to the right notes. There's no guessing or no, that's not it, no, that's not it, no, right? And you keep playing different things till you kind of get it. You want to train yourself to instantly play the right chord, and it starts by what you think. Now you might be thinking, well, hey, in step 1 we spell the chords. Isn't that going to show me how to spell it? And you're right. For some chords it'll be very obvious, but there might be certain chords that you might be a little confused, or you might spell it wrong. For example, some of you might say, well, A major is A, D flat, E, because that black key is also a D flat, but A, D flat, E is not the correct spelling, right? It's A, C sharp, E. So you want to make sure from the start that you're spelling the chords the correct way. Another one, like if you spell, instead of D flat, if you were to spell it C sharp major, it's C sharp, E sharp, right? That F note is also called E sharp. So you want to make sure you're not saying C sharp, F, A flat, right? Mixing sharps and flats and things like that. You want to have the correct spelling. So Google is the simplest way, and then you'll have them in your notebook, and you can always refer to it until you just know them. Reason number 3, you might not be seeing patterns at the keyboard. A lot of chords are built on simple patterns that just repeat all over the keyboard, and when you see this, it's going to become much faster and easier for you to learn and to play your chords. Now, I like to call these chord families. This isn't an actual, technical name. If you go searching this, you're not going to find this. This is just something I like to call it, chord families, and there are 4 of them. There are the all-white chords, the triangle chords, the Oreo chords, and the oddball chords. So let's start with the all-white chords. There are 6 of them. There are 3 major and 3 minor. So C major, F major, and G major, all white, as well as D minor, E minor, and A minor. Right? So right there, just by knowing they're all white and the same exact shape in the hand, feels the same, you can quickly gather 6 chords: C, F, and G, D, E, and A. And maybe if you don't have a song that you're working on, these might be the chords that you start with spelling first, getting familiar with those. Now the second group is what I call the triangle group. So D is an example. D major is an example of a triangle chord. So if I take my hand up in this shape, and if I was to draw a line from my thumb to my pinky, to my middle, and back, it would make a triangle shape. Same thing if I was to take a crayon and draw on the piano from finger to finger, it would leave a triangle shape at the keyboard. So once again, we have 3 major and 3 minor. D major, E major, and A major. They all have that black note in the middle. 2 white notes on the pinky and thumb, black in the middle. Now for minor, we have C minor, F minor, and G minor. So right there, there's another 6 chords. So altogether, just by knowing 2 chord families, the white and the triangle, you have 12 chords you can quickly get into your fingers. Now the third one is the Oreo. Now this one is just a little more challenging, simply because you have a couple more notes to choose from. It's not as obvious. And this is 2 black notes on the outside. To start, your pinky and thumb will be on the black notes, and you have a white note on the inside, or in the middle. Okay, so the first one is C sharp. Right, so if you look at a C sharp chord, you have 2 white notes to choose from. You have the E or the E sharp. Right, so if you want major and you just hit E, you can hear it, that's minor. That was the wrong one, right? So if you know ahead, again, if you know C sharp major is C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, there's no guessing. You know right away where you're going to put your fingers. The same thing with the pinky. Does the pinky go to F sharp or does the pinky go to A sharp? Nope, it can only go to G sharp, right? C sharp, E sharp, G sharp. Okay. So that is the first one. So right there, that's 2 different chords that look the same, feel the same, but they're spelled differently. C sharp and D flat. Now we have E flat major. Right, there is no D sharp major. So we only have E flat major. And now we have A flat major and G sharp major. Right, so now we have 5 major chords in this case. Now for the minors, we have C sharp minor. We have F sharp minor. And we have A flat or G sharp minor. So again, you can see we have a lot of chords in each of these groups that will quickly, if you look at them in this way, and you think of the spelling and now the shape, it's going to make you feel much more confident about playing these chords. So there we have now 3. The final shape is the oddball shapes, and those are the ones that are multiple combinations of whites and blacks. So it's not clear. So we have F sharp major, which is all black. We have E flat minor, or D sharp minor, which is all black. And now the B's. The B's are the ones that trip everybody up. We have B major, which is white on the bottom and 2 black on top. We have B minor, which is 2 white on the bottom, black on top. And now the same thing with the B flats. B flat, black on the bottom, 2 white on top, or B flat minor, 2 black on the bottom, white on top. So you see we got this combination of 2 and 1. but between the B, B minor, B flat, and B flat minor, I find that those chords confuse students the most, and that's why I just call them the oddball shapes. There's nothing really odd about it other than it's just different combinations. So it'll take a little more practice of making sure your spelling is clear, and then starting to recognize for yourself, depending on which chords you need, what's the combination of white and black keys. So try these out in your next practice. I'd love to know if these help you, right? If it helps things start to click, if it makes things maybe a little bit easier than they were before. And in future videos, I will explain things in more depth and have more teaching and explanation at the piano. So if this helped, please consider subscribing. I would love to help you gain confidence